Day 2, how was training?
Good. A little bit lower pace today. Working on some defending tactics, getting the attackers kind of in the groove. So it's a good day. It's a gorgeous day to play. I think they're all excited because, we got new players, but it's a great field, sun. Seattle's a good city. I think that helps too.
LA's obviously hot as heck. Can you talk about your scouting report for the Galaxy?
Good team, good coach. Played them a while back. I think we know them really well.
What are your overall impressions of just the vibe and the dynamic of the squad this week? Garth was telling us yesterday that everyone seems pretty happy and upbeat. Would you agree with that assessment?
I would say determined and working hard, as well as smiles on their faces. Because I think when you bring players of Flacco and Nico's caliber, it automatically raises the level. Today was another good example of it. They worked hard. They worked smart, but they worked hard.
Is that what you're asking of your team? I mean, that solely is work hard for me?
No. I'm asking them to work for them because it's their team. They're the ones that put in the hard work every day. So I'm asking them to work hard for themselves. I'm asking them to work smart because I like smart soccer players. I need to make sure that players are able to make decisions during the course of games. But the hard work is for them.
It seems like Nico's really finding his way with the team. He's really working well. What have you seen out of Nico throughout this couple of days?
Really good, really smart, good vision, good passing, and wants to be here. That's what I got. We've spoken on a couple different occasions. He wants to be in Seattle. So that, to me, is a very, very good sign that positive things are going to happen when he's here.
What does Flacco bring to the team?
He's a goal-scoring midfielder. He scored a lot of goals. I'm sure you guys have all seen the highlights that are out on the internet and out in Twitterland and all that. Flacco has a tendency to score goals. Coming in from wide positions, he's very good in the air. So there's a lot of positives that he brings.
When do you expect Clint back, and were you happy to see his minutes slightly limited last night?
Yeah, it wasn't Dom's quotes that he was happy because nobody got hurt. I mean, it was okay. You know, that as an all-star coach, I've never been there, but that's basically what you want because Dominic doesn't want me to be calling him saying, hey, you know. As far as Clint is concerned, he's flying in this afternoon. He'll do a regen here, and he'll be available for training tomorrow.
Jordy come back in one piece. Everything good with him?
Yeah. He trained well today. Jordy's been good.
So yesterday, Ladero was, already kind of. It seemed like he was getting into that leadership and kind of mental infectiousness that you guys have been talking about all week. Bringing Olex Anderson aside, chatting with him. Have you seen that kind of leadership already pop out from him?
Sure, I saw it today. What I don't want to have happen, and this is just me trying to just make sure we're all balanced here. Nico's a very good player, but I don't need him to come in here and be our savior. We have a bunch of good players. We have a good team, and what I need him to do is just be himself and get himself incorporated with the team. I don't need him to go out there and coach all of the young players. I'm appreciative that he pulls him aside because I think that just shows that he's committed to the club. But at the end of the day, if he's being a really super fantastic soccer player, and then we as a coaching staff are doing our jobs, I think that's a good start.
As you said, a determined move, but it did seem like slightly a lighter-hearted, a lot of smiles on faces. Is that something you want to encourage as a coach, something that you think is sort of characteristic of your style?
Well, training is work, and so if they had some smiles, maybe I didn't work them hard enough. I could say that. On the flip side of that, today was a lighter day. And so the tempo of the training, the whole overall training session was more stop coaching, which gives them more time to interact with themselves. And, they're kids sometimes, and, they like to laugh and have a good time. And that part of it, Matt, I'm happy to see that.
What are your thoughts on your first game as the full coach, being against Bruce Arenas and LA Galaxy?
It's a challenge. I mean, the whole thing is a challenge. I called it an opportunity a couple days ago. That reality now that I actually have a job to do to win games has started to settle in, and it's a challenge because Bruce is an excellent coach. He's won a ton of championships, so I look forward to it, and we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Any update on Erik Friberg? We saw him with the ice on his ankle.
Still day to day. I mean, we just keep progressing him every single day. I don't have the timeline. I let the trainers do their job.
Strategically, what type of team would you like against LA this weekend?
Strategically, tactically, a smart team. Whatever tactics we implement, when Clint comes here and he sees the new players, we get the lineup in place, I want them to just be smart tactically. But then, obviously, again, I like smart soccer players. And so during the course of the game, as we're trying to integrate a couple of new players, they have to be adaptive. They have to be, able to do a little bit here. Yes, okay, I need to know this guy a little bit better. So it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. But the one thing I know that's going to happen is they're going to come out ready to play.